Hello, brothers and sisters. The title of the message today is Returning to the Source of Life, Book 3, The Abundance of Life, number 11, Good Shepherd, number 2. That man listened to our church message for several decades and took part in our church summer retreat one time. His younger brother is a pastor in Japan. He himself listened to our church message tapes and sent tapes to his younger brother in Japan. He is such an excellent Christian wherever he might have gone, and he received respect from all men. He will be respected even from non-Christian people also. So I learned those conservative Presbyterian church members who graduated from Korea Theological College were leading holy life. Jesus said, good shepherds sacrifice their life for the herd. Reverend Ki-chul Ju, he rejected worshiping Japanese emperor. He was thrown into the prison and suffered so much. In those days, there were just a few people like that. And there were other people who said, well, it may be possible for us to worship Japanese emperor. Thus, Christian people were divided into two groups. Good shepherds can throw away their own life for the herd. People like ourselves can never follow those words. Those powerful Jewish people, scribes, Pharisees, and Sadducees, could never accept the words and deed of Jesus, so they killed Jesus. They really could not find any room for Jesus into their own life. But Jesus faced the danger of death. He moved straight forward. If he tried to imitate Jesus, to what extent, how much deep should we imitate him? That was a difficult question. In order to pass the test, 1/10 of pastor may be able to pass the test. It's really a difficult thing. Whether in old days or these days, in order to become a good pastor, people must try hard in order to meet the need of Bible criteria. It's so difficult. Jesus said, the reason that I throw away my life is because I want to get it back. Well, we may throw away our own life. Do we really have to throw away our life? People would ask. In old days, we had a hope to go to heaven. Throwing away our own life was not so easy. When Korean War broke out, one kind of thought hit my brains and passed by. If North Korean Communist Army would ask, are you attending church? Can you say yes? Some people put the Bible into the furnace and burned it up. If North Korean communists find out the Bible at our home, they could kill us on the spot. If we are a worse situation, there is no legal court trial. During the Korean War, both South Korean police and Communist North Korean army, without legal court trial, they killed people on the spot. During the wartime, there was no laws. People are investigating about slaughtering civilians during the war in recent history. Mostly they investigate about policemen killing civilians. But North Korean Communist Army killed more and more civilians. Reverend Jun Gong Kim was able to barely save his life during the Korean War at the massacre site. All of his family members were massacred just because the reason they believed in Jesus. His father, mother, and his wife were all killed. He barely could run away from the communists. So he studied the Christianization movement of Korean Peninsula. He thought we should try the sublimation of character of Korean people filled with rebellion, poison, and fierce temperaments. There is no other way but to dedicate ourselves in Christianization movement of Korean Peninsula. There is no greater curse. My wife is dead, leaving a little child behind. Well, it was Reverend Kim's situation. His wife was killed, leaving a little daughter behind. Revenging against his enemy would be endless. But instead of revenging against the enemy, he wanted to sow the seed of Christ in the heart and character of all Korean people. That's why he started Christianization movement of Korean Peninsula of Campus Crusade for Christ. Some people would speak ill of him, that he's involved in politics, because he spoke in the prayer breakfast for President of the Republic of Korea and Christianization movement for all Korean Army personnel. But he was not interested in politics, but he just purely wanted to spread the gospel of Jesus as many people as possible. He's truly a patriot. He was a true Christian. People are moved after they read the biography of Bonhoeffer of Germany. He did not complain against Nazis even one word. When I was young, I read his books, and I was very surprised at his pure and clean love toward the Lord and German people. He was killed at the prison, but he did not utter any negative words at all. People like him are pure-hearted people. Some people criticize and condemn other people politically. We don't know whether they love their country or they just love themselves. Who is truthful shepherd and good shepherd? So many misunderstandings was created. Some people said, you are a man, but how can you call yourself God? They said various things. I became a pastor myself somehow, but what kind of shepherd is a good shepherd? Some people would say those who died the death of martyrdom, they're good shepherds. But that phrase has some problem. To die the death of martyrdom is a great thing, but if we put the absolute criteria of good shepherd there, nobody can pass the test. The role of shepherd is to supply the life of the sheep. During the daytime, they let the herd come outside and let them graze grass during the daytime. And during the nighttime, keep the shepherd at the sheep cote, not to be attacked by predators. That is the duty of shepherds. David did that kind of job also, thus leading sheep to the path of life. Those people are good shepherds. My professor was an excellent Bible teacher, and I was influenced by him, and I respected him the most. But then I did not know where I was going in those days. I listened to good words a lot. I watched his holy life. I respected him about his character and his deep knowledges. But he could not tell me the way I should cherish. He could not show me the way. Now I have found the way, and as I look back, he could not become my pathfinder, becoming pathfinder of life. I think this is the duty of the pastor for their followers. Becoming a model man can be a criteria, even though the fact if the shepherd cannot lead sheep to the right way, leading model man's life and receive respect from other people, what's the meaning of all those things? Therefore, shepherd must lead sheep through the path of life. Shepherd must lead sheep to the green meadow of life and safe place where there is no danger. This is an important issue. I must know where we are going first, and then I can lead my sheep. In order to do that, first of all, I must know where I'm going. If I don't know where I'm going, how can I lead other people to the right way? If a blind man leads other blind men, both of them will fall into a ditch. As I look back at my past, I was a blind man. I delivered a sermon in one church for 8 years. I had never thought I was lacking something in delivering the sermon. I thought I was leading people to the right path. I was not a person who was shaky. I had a self-respect about teaching Bible in the right way. But later, as I look back at the past, I did not know where I was going, and I was leading people to. Suppose I could not meet my pathfinder, trailblazer. I could have led my life in such a way. There are many good words in the world, not just the Bible. In 4 books and 3 Bibles in Confucianism, there are high-dimension teachings. Nona was not written directly by Confucius, but it is the recording about the conversation between Confucius and his disciples. Mencius is a recording between Mencius and kings discussing all issues in the kingdom, discussing how they could reign the kingdom and how could they treat the people in the right way. Tehag is king's book. How should king behave? That is the content of the book. Ethics and morality living in this world. Studying 4 books and 3 Bible books in Confucianism is enough. If people can abide by those books, they all can become noble people and saints. Jungyong means moderate way, and there is an expression, more is just as bad as less. We must cherish the path which is not lacking and not overflowing. Those Confucianist people read those excellent books lifetime. What better word would they need? But then why is Jesus so important? It is because Jesus is our way. Jesus said, I'm the way. Jesus is the way which leads us to the Father. Shepherd must become the same sheep himself toward the herd. The shepherd must live in the pasture of life together with the sheep. I eat other kind of food and let the sheep eat the grass. That's not right. As we have the same kind of life, I must eat the grass and sheep must eat the grass also. Therefore, I think the shepherd who walks through the same path with the sheep is a truthful shepherd. Something may be lacking a little bit, but the path must be one path. And we must show other people the way. We have to tell people the way. If we cannot tell people about the way, we cannot say we are shepherds. Some people are blind, so they don't know the way. And they cannot tell the way to other people, and if they don't know the way, they are not shepherds. I am so much blessed. I have found the truthful way definitely. The genius point of the ministry of Jesus is his cross. If the important meaning of the cross become vague, all other things will become useless. Good words are in various books and many books in the world beside the Bible. We don't need to be tied up to the Bible. Jesus is quite different from other great leaders in other religions. It is because he became our way. As he become our way, that's why Jesus is so important for us. We don't know about other things, but Jesus becoming the way for every man in the world. It is so important. Whether we can walk smooth, rough, or tough, the way is absolutely necessary. The final destination may be very good, but without the way, we cannot go there. Thank you. Hallelujah. May God bless every one of you. Thank you again. Thank you. Thank you.